Did you know that some everyday items in your bedroom could silently harm your health, or even put your life at risk as you age? Think about that for a moment. The very space where you're supposed to feel the safest, the most relaxed, could actually be working against you without you even realizing it. Now, what if I told you that by simply removing 5 things, just 5, you could drastically improve your safety, your comfort, and even your overall well-being? Sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But trust me, these small changes can make a huge difference. Here's the thing, as we grow older, our homes should be our sanctuaries, our safe havens. They should bring us peace, not hidden risks. But the truth is, certain items we've kept around for years, things we don't even think twice about, can quietly undermine our health and independence. And the scariest part? These dangers don't announce themselves. They don't come with warning signs. They just sit there, waiting for the right moment to cause harm. But here's the good news, you have the power to change this. You have the power to take control of your environment and make it work for you instead of against you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what those 5 hidden dangers are, and more importantly, how removing them can protect your health and give you peace of mind. So stay with me. This isn't just about making changes, it's about reclaiming your space and creating a bedroom that truly supports your well-being in every way possible. And hey, before we dive in, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered how to make your home safer as you age? If so, drop a comment below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're ready to take charge of your health and safety, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more life-changing tips right here on Wise Elderly Tips. Alright, let's get started, because what we're about to uncover might just surprise you. The first thing you need to remove from your bedroom, and this one might surprise you, is loose rugs or carpets. Now, picture this, it's the middle of the night. You wake up feeling a little groggy, maybe you're heading to the bathroom or just reaching for a glass of water. Your feet hit the floor, and before you know it, you've caught the edge of a loose rug. Suddenly, you're off balance, and in just a split second, you're on the ground. For many elderly people, this exact scenario leads to serious injuries, broken hips, fractured wrists, even head trauma. And here's the thing, it happens so fast that there's no time to catch yourself. You see, as we age, our balance becomes more fragile. It's not something we like to think about, but it's true. Our reflexes slow down, our muscles weaken, and even a small trip can have devastating consequences. Loose rugs are one of the leading causes of bedroom falls among seniors, and yet they're so easy to overlook because they seem harmless. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But rugs make the room feel cozy. They add warmth and personality. And yes, that's true, but at what cost? Many people assume that as long as they're careful, a rug won't be an issue. But let me tell you, falls don't care how careful you are. All it takes is one wrong step. So what can you do about it? The solution is simple but powerful, either remove those loose rugs entirely or replace them with non-slip mats. If you absolutely love your rug and can't bear to part with it, make sure it's secured with double-sided tape or anti-slip pads. These small adjustments can make a huge difference in preventing accidents and keeping your bedroom safe. And while loose rugs are a major hazard, they're not the only thing silently putting you at risk in your bedroom. Let's talk about another overlooked danger, one that sits right next to your bed every single day. A cluttered nightstand. Picture this for a moment, it's late at night, and you're lying in bed. Your nightstand is piled high with books you've been meaning to read, your glasses, a half-empty glass of water, a couple of pill bottles, maybe even your phone charger tangled up with a few other cords. Suddenly, you need something, your glasses, perhaps, or your medication. You reach over in the dark, fumbling around, and before you know it, something topples over. Maybe it's the water spilling onto your phone. Maybe it's the medication bottle rolling onto the floor. Or worse, maybe you lean too far and lose your balance altogether. This scenario might sound minor or even harmless at first glance, but let me tell you, it's anything but. For elderly individuals, especially those dealing with reduced mobility or slower reflexes, a cluttered nightstand isn't just inconvenient, it can be downright dangerous. Here's why: clutter creates confusion. It increases stress because your brain has to work harder to process all the visual noise in front of you. And if you're someone who struggles with cognitive decline or vision issues, which are common as we age, this clutter can make even simple tasks feel overwhelming. Imagine trying to find your glasses in an emergency when they're buried under a pile of unrelated items. Every second counts in those moments, and clutter only slows you down. Now, I get it, you might be thinking, but I need all these things within arm's reach. It's convenient. And sure, having essentials close by is important. But here's the problem: when everything becomes essential, nothing is truly accessible. A cluttered nightstand turns into a juggling act where one wrong move can lead to spills, falls, or misplaced items that are critical to your health and safety. So what's the solution? It's simpler than you might think. Limit your nightstand items to only the true essentials, things like a lamp for proper lighting, your glasses if you wear them, maybe a single glass of water or a small organizer for medications if needed. And speaking of organizers, those can be a game changer. Use one with compartments to neatly store small items like pills or hearing aids so they're easy to find but not scattered everywhere. By keeping your nightstand clean and uncluttered, you're not just reducing stress, you're also creating a safer environment where everything is exactly where it needs to be when you need it most. Now that we've tackled loose rugs and cluttered nightstands, let's talk about something else that might be weighing you down, literally. This next item is one that many people overlook but can have a big impact on your comfort and safety. Heavy bedding. Now, this one might not seem like a big deal at first, but let me paint a picture for you. Have you ever struggled to lift a heavy blanket off yourself in the middle of the night? Maybe you woke up feeling too warm, or maybe you needed to get out of bed quickly. But the weight of that thick comforter made it feel like you were wrestling with your own bed. For many seniors, especially those dealing with arthritis or poor circulation, this isn't just an inconvenience, it's a real problem. Heavy bedding can put unnecessary strain on your joints, worsen pain in your hands or knees, and even make getting out of bed more difficult than it needs to be. And it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about what happens while you're actually sleeping. Heavy blankets restrict movement. They make it harder for you to shift positions during the night, which can leave you waking up stiff and sore. And for those who have respiratory issues, conditions like sleep apnea or even mild breathing difficulties, heavy bedding can make things worse by putting extra pressure on your chest as you sleep. But here's the thing, many people assume that thicker, heavier blankets are better because they seem warmer. It's a common misconception. After all, we've been conditioned to think that weight equals warmth. But that's not entirely true. Modern materials like thermal layers or lightweight fleece can provide just as much warmth without the added bulk or strain. So what's the solution? It's time to rethink your bedding choices. Instead of piling on heavy comforters or thick quilts, opt for lightweight, breathable options made from materials like cotton or fleece. These fabrics are not only easier to handle but also better at regulating temperature, so you stay warm without overheating. And if you live in a colder climate and feel like you need extra layers, consider using multiple light blankets instead of one heavy one. This way, you can adjust them as needed throughout the night without struggling under their weight. By making this simple change, you're not just improving your comfort, you're also giving yourself more freedom to move and breathe easily while you sleep. And let's be honest, a good night's rest is one of the most important things for your health and well-being at any age. Now that we've lightened up your bedding, let's shift our focus to something else that could be quietly putting you at risk in your bedroom, something electrical that many people overlook but could have serious consequences. Overloaded electrical outlets. This one is especially important because it's not something most people think about until it's too late. Picture this. You're plugging in your phone charger at the end of the day. Maybe you've already got a lamp, an alarm clock, and a few other things plugged into the same outlet. Suddenly, you see a spark, or worse, you smell something burning. It's a terrifying moment, and unfortunately, it's more common than you might think. Bedrooms today are filled with gadgets, phones, tablets, medical devices, heating pads, even electric blankets, and all of these require power. But when too many devices are plugged into the same outlet or power strip, it puts a dangerous strain on your home's electrical system. Here's why this is such a big deal. Overloaded outlets significantly increase the risk of electrical fires. And for older homes, many of which haven't had their wiring updated in decades, the risk is even higher. The wiring simply wasn't designed to handle the kind of electrical load we use today. What starts as a little spark can quickly turn into something much more serious, especially if it happens while you're asleep. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but I use a surge protector. Doesn't that solve the problem? And while surge protectors can help prevent power surges from damaging your devices, they don't eliminate the risk of overloading an outlet. In fact, many people misuse surge protectors by plugging in too many high-powered devices at once, which can still lead to overheating and potential hazards. So what can you do to keep your bedroom safe? First and foremost, limit what you plug into each outlet. Stick to the essentials, things like your bedside lamp or any medical equipment you might need during the night. If you have multiple devices that need charging, consider using a charging station in another part of the house rather than overloading your bedroom outlets. And if you do use a surge protector or power strip, make sure it's certified by a reputable safety organization and rated for the devices you're plugging into it. Another tip, unplug devices when they're not in use. Not only does this reduce the risk of overheating, but it also saves energy, a win-win. And if your home is older and you're concerned about outdated wiring, it might be worth having an electrician inspect your system to ensure everything is up to code. By taking these precautions, you're not just protecting yourself from potential fire hazards, you're also creating a safer and more peaceful environment where you can rest easy without worry. Now that we've addressed those hidden electrical dangers, let's move on to one final item that might be lurking in your bedroom. An item that could be putting your safety at risk every single day without you even realizing it. Old or unstable furniture. Now, this one might hit close to home because, let's face it, we all have that one piece of furniture we've held onto for years. Maybe it's a wobbly chair that's been in the family forever or a dresser that leans just a little too much to one side. It might seem harmless, after all, it hasn't caused any trouble so far, right? But here's the thing, that piece of furniture could be a serious accident waiting to happen. Imagine this, you're getting ready for bed, and you lean on that old chair for just a second to steady yourself. But instead of supporting you, it gives way. Or maybe you're reaching for something on top of a shaky dresser, and it suddenly tips over. For seniors who rely on furniture for balance or support, these scenarios aren't just inconvenient, they can lead to serious injuries like fractures or even head trauma. Here's why this happens. As furniture ages, it naturally becomes less stable. Screws loosen, wood weakens, and joints start to give way. And while younger people might be able to catch themselves if something collapses, seniors often don't have the same reflexes or strength to recover from a fall. What starts as a small wobble can quickly turn into a dangerous situation. Now, I understand how hard it can be to part with furniture that holds sentimental value. Maybe it was passed down from a loved one, or maybe it's been with you through decades of memories. But here's the truth, no piece of furniture is worth risking your safety over. Sentimental value is important, but your well-being should always come first. So what can you do? Start by inspecting your furniture regularly. Check for signs of instability. Does it wobble when you touch it? Are there loose screws or cracks in the wood? If you find any issues, don't wait, either repair the piece if possible or replace it altogether with something sturdy and reliable. When choosing new furniture, look for options designed with seniors in mind. For example, chairs with armrests can provide extra support when sitting down or standing up. Dressers and cabinets should have wide bases and anti-tip brackets to keep them securely anchored to the wall. And if you're replacing a bed frame, consider one with a lower height so it's easier to get in and out of bed safely. By making these changes, you're not just upgrading your bedroom, you're creating an environment that prioritizes your safety and independence. And remember, letting go of an old piece of furniture doesn't mean letting go of the memories attached to it. Those memories will always stay with you. Now that we've gone through the 5 things you should remove from your bedroom, let's take a moment to talk about why this matters on a deeper level. Because I know, it's not easy to make these changes. It's never easy to let go of things we've grown attached to over the years. Maybe it's that rug you picked out years ago because it made the room feel cozy. Or that old chair that's been with you through countless memories. These items often hold sentimental value, and letting them go can feel like losing a piece of yourself. But here's the truth, prioritizing safety doesn't mean sacrificing comfort or giving up the things that make your home feel like home. It means ensuring peace of mind, not just for you, but for the people who care about you. It means creating an environment where you can live without worry, where every step you take feels secure, and where every moment spent in your space is one of comfort and ease. And think about this, by making these small changes today, you're taking control of your environment. You're not waiting for accidents to happen, you're preventing them before they ever have a chance to occur. That's empowering. That's proactive. And that's how you pave the way for a safer, happier future, not just for yourself, but for your loved ones who want nothing more than to see you thrive. So here's what I want you to do. Take a moment after this video to walk through your bedroom with fresh eyes. Look at it as though you're seeing it for the first time. What stands out? Is there a loose rug that could cause a fall? Is your nightstand cluttered with items that could lead to confusion in an emergency? Is your bedding too heavy or your furniture unstable? Start with just one item, because change doesn't have to happen all at once. It's easier than you think, and every small step brings you closer to creating a space that truly supports your well-being. And remember, creating a safe space isn't about limitations. It's not about taking things away or making your home feel empty. It's about freedom. Freedom to move confidently without fear of falling or injury. Freedom to rest peacefully knowing everything in your bedroom is working for you, not against you. Freedom to live comfortably and confidently in your own home, a home that reflects not just who you are but what you need at this stage of life. You've got this. You deserve this. Now, let's take a moment to recap everything we've talked about today. We've covered 5 key things that could be silently putting your safety at risk in your bedroom, and each one is a small change that can make a big difference in your life. First, we talked about loose rugs or carpets. These might seem harmless at first glance, but they're one of the leading causes of falls for seniors. By replacing them with non-slip mats or simply removing them altogether, you're taking a huge step toward preventing accidents. Next, we tackled cluttered nightstands. It's easy to let these get out of control with books, glasses, medications, and more. But keeping your nightstand clean and organized ensures that everything you need is within reach, without the risk of spills or confusion during an emergency. Then we moved on to heavy bedding. Thick comforters and quilts might feel cozy, but they can restrict movement, worsen joint pain, and even affect your breathing while you sleep. Switching to lightweight, breathable materials like cotton or fleece can make your nights more comfortable and safer. Fourth, we discussed overloaded electrical outlets. Bedrooms filled with gadgets can easily lead to overloading outlets, which increases fire risks, especially in older homes with outdated wiring. By limiting what you plug in and using certified surge protectors properly, you're safeguarding your space from potential hazards. And finally, we talked about old or unstable furniture. Those wobbly chairs and leaning dressers might hold sentimental value, but they can't provide the stability you need as you age. Inspecting and replacing these items with sturdy options designed for safety ensures that your bedroom supports you in every way possible. Now that we've gone through each of these points, I want to hear from you. Which of these surprised you the most? Was there something on this list that made you think twice about your own bedroom? Or maybe you have other tips for creating a safer space. If so, share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and learn from your experiences. And before you go, let me gently remind you, if this video helped you or gave you something to think about, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps more people discover this important information. And if you're ready for more practical advice on living your best life as you age, click that subscribe button and join our community here at Wise Elderly Tips. Together, we can make aging not just easier but empowering. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Remember, your home should be a place of comfort and safety, a reflection of who you are and what you need at this stage of life. Stay safe out there, stay informed, and most importantly, stay strong. I'll see you in the next video.